Oh yeah. I can't keep up, I'm falling down. My pointed head it just hit the ground. The mailman only brings me bills. Them dollar signs, they give me chills. The repo man, he's right out back. He wants the keys to my Cadillac. I can't believe this heavy load. I think it's time to hit the road. Hit the road, Jake. Hit the road, Jake. Oh, hit the road, Jake. Oh, hit the road, Jake. My whole world is spinning round. My flower bed, it just turned brown. Ants are crawling in my jeans. There's beetles in my coffee beans. My bicycle ain't got no spokes, and I'm the butt of all your jokes. Everyone wants what they's owed. I think it's time to hit the road. Hit the road, Jake. Hit the road, Jake. Oh, hit the road, Jake. Oh, hit the road, Jake. Oh, my roof is leaking on my head. My goldfish died in
Dinosaur and Cabazon. Carrie's going to light it up from the side, and I'm going to do a 30-second shutter at F8 and see what we get. So, Carrie, can you light the Dinosaur for me?
Dinosaur's lit.
Good, good. Up a little bit. Good, right there. Hold that for 30 seconds. Thanks, Frank. Make sure, okay. And I'm shooting RAW plus JPEG. It's okay?
Very nice. One shot down, 23 to go.
All right. That's the first shot. That's back in the car. Hopefully next spot we'll have a little sunlight and maybe we can be a little more interesting and find something a little more fun to see.
But dinosaurs are fun.
Dinosaurs are fun. Okay, well, we just stopped and took our first photo. We stopped in Cabazon at the truck stop that has the big dinosaurs. And
It was cold.
it was cold, 34 degrees according to the car. And we got out. It was pretty much pitch black other than the light that was there lighting up the dinosaur. So we broke out the camera and Carrie brought out a spotlight and we lit it up with a spotlight and tried to get some pictures. I had some difficulties with the camera, not being able to see my setting buttons to change anything, but we ended up shooting a long exposure lit with just a spotlight.
Yeah, we used a video light instead of the strobes because we wanted to capture that light that was in that dinosaur's mouth and his eyes. And had we used a strobe with a fast shutter speed, we would never have picked that up. So using the long exposure with the video light, great combination for this shoot.
So not a terribly exciting first shot, but we're back on the freeway now, and we can start to see just a hint of light coming over the mountain. So picture number 2 should have a little more light. It should be a little bit easier to capture more than just a black sky and what's right in front of you. So okay, shot number 2. About the hour past our first shot. We're on the side of a freeway.
86 Expressway.
86 Expressway. And there's a cool refinery out there with some neat smoke and some light behind it. So we're going to do something with that. And I'm going to shoot a little bit of a longer lens. Well, this might... Yeah, I'm going to go a little bit longer. So I'm just going to pull this out. Carrie, you can grab my tripod out of there. Or grab my bag, actually. Right there. That's good. We don't need it all the way up. we do. Okay, good. All right. Picture number 2, using the tripod again.
Very cool shot. Want me to run over there and hit it with a speed light?
No, I think we're fine just the way it is. Thank you.
Oh, nice silhouette.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little tighter. I'm just gonna zoom in on the building and the smoke. What I'm doing now, I'm using the live view. I don't use that a lot, but in live view I can zoom in on the screen and actually manually focus it, just in case the autofocus doesn't pick it up right where I want it to pick up.
We're shooting a dark building, so from here the autofocus isn't going to work. It's going to try and back focus on the horizon behind it. So to get that really sharp focus, we're going to have to do a manual focus on it. And live view is an excellent way of doing that because you can zoom right in and then tweak it just perfect to get it exactly the way you want.
That looks good.
We're getting some good detail. And we're shooting at f5.6 at about 1/60th of a second.
Yep, 1/60th at 5.6.
On ISO 200.
Yep.
So not a whole lot of depth of field, but we don't really need it because we're shooting so far out. But that shutter is going to give us a really nice background on that.
Yep, that's it.
Up to the next stop. So this is our shot for the hour here at the Salton Sea, kind of appropriate with the big tilapia painted on this old busted hulk of a trailer over here. And the tilapia were brought in to the Salton Sea here to create fishing because it was just a big body of water with nothing in it. And stories of how they've overpopulated and you get big fish die-offs and that causes a nasty smell here. And it's just a very, very strange place. So check it out, the Salton Sea. Google it, look it up. It's really an interesting story. But as you can see, it's very deserted in some places, and then right next to it, you got people living.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's people living in motorhomes next to houses that look like if you lean on them, they're going to fall over. It's really interesting for sure. And it looks like there's probably quite a few hazards here.
Yep.
But
we need to come back and do a whole shoot.
Sure.
Just here.
Sure, yeah.
Very cool.
It's very cool. That's
on to
it.
the next stop.
Yep, number 3 done. There we go. I think I need to go a little bit.
Slow it down even more?
Yeah, slow it down even so I get a little more blur, or?
Yeah, because what are we at right now?
1/20th.
1/20th at f8. So if we go to f11, we'll be able to go down to 1/10.
Okay, I'm going to back it up a little bit because my neutral density filter is giving a little vignetting in the corners that I'll probably want to crop out in post. Because when you're shooting super, super wide, filters...
We'll get a little darkening around the edges.
Yeah.
So we're just going to shoot a little wider, crop it in, and then add our own vignetting.
Yeah, exactly. Eliminate the camera vignette and add our own. I'm going to extend the legs a little bit and bring the camera down a little bit lower. Okay, Frank, if you can step to your right a little bit. That's perfect.
So now we've got F11 at 1/10 to see what the exposure is going to look like. We want a nice streak of the vehicle.
That looks pretty cool.
Nice, nice. Got a nice little blur on it.
Let me
We can go one more.
do me a favor, run out to the edge of the freeway there, okay?
See a focus point?
Yeah. Okay. Good, thank you.
Got it?
Yep, you can come back on that.
At least I'm good for something around here.
Yep. And so I'm shooting 1/10 of a second, F11, ISO 50 with a 3-stop neutral density filter on the camera. I want a big truck.
We got a convoy coming.
Yeah, there's 10 freeway. There's always going to be a bunch of trucks coming for sure. And again, doing live view. Timer's off. It's already focused. Crap, you know what I did? I forgot to switch to manual after I focused.
Nice.
So you have to go back out there again.
Great.
I wait to wait for the next truck.
Wait, focus on the bus.
That would have been cool too, a Greyhound bus.
Just waiting for the cops to show up now.
Come on, come on, come on! We're losing time. Man up! Okay.
There's a truck right behind me.
Okay. Here we go. Come on out, come on out, come on out. Good?
Kind of cool.
All right.
Another one in the bag.
Another one in the bag. So, we're at shot number 5, I guess.
Because I'm thinking, you know, something like a 50 millimeter-ish, you know, nice tight depth of field so you kind of blur out the background a little bit.
Okay.
Like I said, real portraiture style.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing says this can be that cow's Facebook picture. We got off the freeway because we saw this broken down car, but we couldn't seem to find the broken down car, so we opted for a bull.
And now we have
the bull's
Bull's
ass. Now we just got to get him to turn around.
Here. Come here, baby. Come here. Whoa. That's good. Come here. How do you call a cow?
Moo!
Moo? Moo. Moo. Come here. Oh, yeah. No, he's taking a dump.
Is he?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one on the left.
Oh.
All right.
Forget to turn your head back this way. Or turn your head back with this way, animal.
I can't whistle. Nah. I got it.
Okay. There's shot number 5.
$60 towards Wickenburg, and we're going to be kind of slicing off and bypassing Phoenix to take this other route. And right at the time that we wanted to stop, we went to pull over, and on the other side of the freeway was this awesome shot over here. So we're going to make this and have a go at it. One trick we actually could do here with this fence is actually get real close to it and just shoot right through it. And because we're aiming out there, it really isn't even going to show up if we did that. But I don't know what I'm trying to do.
I'm going to
try and go over it.
Yeah.
A cool little ghost town right here. What are you shooting at?
I am shooting at still at ISO 50 because it's real bright out. ISO 50, 1/250th of a second at 5.6 aperture. I've pre-focused on the spot, taken it off, put it on manual focus, clicked on my live view again so I can hold up the camera, kind of compose it the way I want it, and then shoot. And then take a peek.
I gotta get a shot of this myself here.
I'm gonna, just to make sure I'm getting it all in focus, I'm going to stop it down to f8. And do it one more time.
It's not about getting the shot right on the first try.
Well, probably was fine, but okay, good to go.
Awesome.
Okay, we're at the
Ask questions.
yeah, we're at the Coyote Flats Cafe and Bar. We stopped to have a little breakfast, and we met Ronald and Anika, who are from the Netherlands, and they started out on their bicycles in San Francisco on November 7th, and are finishing up in the next couple of weeks in Las Vegas, more or less Las Vegas. And how many miles will that be altogether? Total.
Fast calculation, about 1,300 miles
13
a month.
13
4 times 1,300, about 5,000 and 6,000.
Okay, between 5,000 and 6,000 miles for this journey, and we were complaining about being stuck in a car together for 1,100 miles. So they are going to be our sixth photo for the Photo Project 24 in 6 or 7. I lost count. But okay, guys, give me a good smile. Hold that, stay right there. And I'm shooting 24mm lens, ISO 100, f8 at 1/400th of a second. Let's get one more photo just to make sure nobody blinked. I always take 2. Great, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a good trip, okay? Be safe.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye. Right now he's at 1/200th of a second at f5.6. Still at
ISO 50.
ISO 50. The 5.6 is going to get that Obelisk one in pretty good focus and then start blurring out the background. And by the time the mountains in the back are in, they're going to be.
It's probably still going to all be in focus because I'm shooting so wide, but there might be a little bit of play. I kind of like it as black and white. Frank, can you come about 4 steps to your left? To your left? Or that way?
The other left.
You can go that way. Okay, here it is. Here's the shot. Let's get one more. One more focus. Here we go. I'm just going to, for kicks, bump up my ISO just so I have a 400 shutter speed, because even though 200 is fast enough, my hands are sloppy sometimes. Okay. All right.
But this will be good processed in black and white. We have a lot of color here, and to really give the feel of this graveyard, doing a black and white or sepia tone or something is going to just add to that mood that you'd want in a situation like this. So that's probably how that's going to end up being processed.
Cool. That's it.
All right.
On the road again. Good? Okay.
I really like this structure.
Yeah.
Over here on the right.
Right, and this and that.
Little cattle loader thing over on the left. Are you able to get...
What's the cattle? Oh, off there, yeah.
Little structure. How wide are you composing?
I've got the windmill in the middle, and I've got the structure off to the right, and the cattle thing off to the left. So about 1, 2, 3.
That should make for a good shot.
Yeah. That's photo 10. Photo 10.
Not quite halfway there.
Nope, almost. Wow. It's a lot.
We're kind of just outside of Flagstaff. Still got some snow here. We're about 6,000 feet. And one of my favorite shots is a nice sunburst coming from behind the subject. So we got the sun coming through the trees over here. It's going to make a really cool burst of light. We'll get some sun rays off of it. We just have to expose properly for the trees because it's getting kind of dark. So they're in the shadows, which is really going to make that sun pop pretty hard. And what do you got on your settings?
Oh, I'm playing with them. I don't know. Should I stop it down to get that sun to pop through there and get those sun rays? I'm not getting the rays.
So I took a test shot at ISO 400,
yeah,
f5.6.
I'm at 400.
And I'm ISO 400, f5.6 at 160.
Yeah, I'm at 160 at f8. It's a little bit darker.
It's going down.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, right there.
Right here? I don't like it. I'm going a different direction. I might have to do a different direction. Wow.
It's kind of deep, Chris.
It's a little deep. That's deep right there. That's deep. That's going to get cold, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Is that going to get cold? Oh, I'm struggling.
We got a nice...
We're still in, you were saying we're still in...
Outside of
Flagstaff. There's a sign. Flagstaff that way, Phoenix that way. I stepped in some snow. It's a little bit deeper than we thought. So we're just going to shoot a little landscape of some of these trees and hope there's enough light that the darks won't be too dark. So, yeah.
And with the 5D Mark II, we can certainly crank up the ISO if we need to get some extra light.
Yeah, I don't need the extra light yet.
We're still pretty good. I mean, we've got some decent light to shoot with still.
Well, I'm going to go, okay, here we go. I'm going to go a little bit wider. Good.
I like.
Good? Okay.
It's looking good.
All right. Let's go.
Right.
Let's get back in the warm car. That should be fine, nice and wide.
We're setting up for shot 12 here. We got a Stagecoach back here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's about 12 degrees outside, and we're setting up the pocket wizards with the control TL system so that we can manually adjust the lighting from the camera itself using the zone controller. That's going to give us the ability to change lighting without having to go around. So it should make things a lot quicker. And when it's 13 degrees outside, speed is kind of the essence right now.
Okay, so we're going to shoot these little stagecoach things, I think. Maybe we'll just do one flash on one, one flash on the other, right?
I just want to focus on one.
Focus on one? Okay. All right. Should we?
And how about...
We're going to light it from that. One from right here and one from right there.
Okay, get some backlighting.
Okay.
On it over here.
And maybe I'll shoot this way so I get a little bit of that light going away. Okay. All right. Let's get the camera.
It's a little cold.
Okay, be careful, Mike. Wait, careful. My pocket wizard's back here somewhere. Hold that.
Get it all set up.
I don't know. I lost the zone control.
I got it.
Okay. All right. So zone control goes on first.
Yep.
Oh, you got the.
We're good to go.
Is that my pocket wizard?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Channel 1.
Channel 1. That's all set up there.
Yep.
It's on MM&M or MM0.
MM. Yep.
Okay. And A's at 1, B's at 0.
Yeah, we'll just start at 0, 0, and then you can just adjust it from the camera.
Okay.
As you see fit.
All right. It's freaking cold. Okay, I want to shoot this stagecoach and maybe get a little bit of that blue sky behind it still hidden. So I'm just doing a quick test shot. See what it does. Okay, they're both fired?
Yep.
Alright, very cool. I need to, that looks really good, but I need to open it up so I get the background bleed in a little bit. So I'm going to open my shutter up. I'm going to drag my shutter a bit. I'm probably going to end up doing this on the tripod. But I want to open up the shutter first and see what it does. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Move everybody out of the shadows. I'm going to come a little bit closer, a little bit lower. Can you hold this for a second? Don't drive it. My hands are
Are you
freezing.
good with these settings?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're actually on a 1 second shutter, so we can pick up the last remaining bit of sky back here. Shoot it at f4 on ISO 400. So the flash is going to illuminate the subject, but that long shutter speed is going to give us the light in the sky. So this should turn out really cool. If you could see what we see, there's almost nothing. It's almost pitch black. But when you see this image, it's going to be really cool.
Can you turn your light on that, Frank, so I can focus? I'm not getting any focus. Hold on. Frank, can you come in closer just to light on? Just come on over here just for a second. Okay. Give me again, Ken. Okay, good.
Got it on manual?
Yep. I need... Shit, I'm going to have to get out of the shadows.
Yeah, Frank, it can't be behind us. We're going to throw in shadows on it. All right. Even the lights behind us are throwing shadows.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna recompose this a little bit because I got a street sign. I got a sign over there that I can't see in the dark, but I can see it when the light hits it. We'll do that one more time. This is beautiful. All right, let's check that again. Oh,
Killer.
it's good.
Killer image.
All right,
Exactly what we wanted real fast.
let's get back in the warm car.
Let's pack her up.
I'll come back for those lights. I can't see anything, Frank, so you want to not stand in front of me. Good God. How many more of these?
We're about,
You can't see it, so tell us when.
we're about 60 miles away from Page, Arizona, It's about 16 degrees out here. There's snow on the ground. It is really cold. And we hit our time limit, and we got to take a shot. And there's nothing here but brush. So what we did to get a pretty cool shot is we set up a single light. If you can pan over there, Frank.
Probably won't even see it. There you go. Maybe. Okay.
Maybe you can see the light stand over there. So we have a single light that's going to backlight some of these bushes here, and it's going to fill it all in. It's going to make for a really cool shot, and we'll get a little starburst from the speed light going off. So this should be a really cool picture. What settings are you running?
I am running auto white balance, 1/40th of a second of a shutter speed, which won't come into play because it's all flash driven right now. But I'm doing 3.2 aperture ISO 400.
All right, let's see what we get.
Okay. Frank, can you give me that light so I can see the bush? Okay, good. Right there, you can pull away now. All right, here we go. And
that works so cool. Well, that's, again, we're using the Pocket Wizard system to fire that flash over there. We can dial it all in remotely. We're good to go. We get our shot, and we're ready to move on.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
But it's going to be a pretty simple shot. We've got lighting from the building itself that we're going to use. We're not using any additional lighting that we're bringing in. It's all the lighting that we saw right here as we were driving by. This just kind of jumped out at us and said, take my picture. And so we turned around and came to get this shot. It's kind of cool. We're doing it with a fisheye lens, so we're going to get some distortion. We're going to bring in some converging lines from the sidewalk here. I think it's going to turn out to be pretty cool.
I think it should be pretty cool.
And what are we doing for settings?
I'm going to do a 1 second at ISO 200 at 5.6.
So that should turn out pretty cool.
Yeah, and I've actually, because the colors, it's got some weird light, so I've set my camera up to shoot it in sepia versus just black and white. I want a little bit of warmth, so we're going to shoot it in sepia in camera.
Even though we are shooting it in raw, just to be on the safe side. That way, if something's really wacky when we see it on the computer, we can fix it that way. But
I see it as sepia, and that may not always work out.
Right, raw plus JPEG, we can do it that way,
exactly.
and then we can see exactly what we're trying to get on the LCD. And what we're seeing in the test shots look really cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and get this shot and move on to the next one.
Great.
Awesome. There it is.
Good. Cool. All right.
Cool. All right.
Let's go.
The warm car.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, we're here at stop number 15.
Stop 15.
And we just came through a little cold spell. It got down to what temperature?
-2.
Negative.
We have the photos. We have
-2.
the photos of the thermostat to show it. We actually photoed every drop in degree. So I got to -2.
It was cold.
Fortunately, we didn't get stuck in the snow until +8.
Yeah, so we were good there.
So when Frank and I had to get out and push, it wasn't freezing.
Right. It was still freezing.
Yes.
But it was
10 degrees cooler than if Charlie got us stuck in the snow before.
Yes, that's right. So here we've got this tractor over here on the side, and we're going to go do a single light setup. It's going to be off-camera lighting with the Pocket Wizard system again. Chris is going to be at an angle, and I'm going to light it right from the front, and we're going to get our shot. Ready?
And then we're back on the road again. And then fire a test. Good. Still at quarter power?
Yep.
Still at 24 millimeter?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And I am
Standing in 2 feet of snow.
standing in 2 feet of snow and trying to focus where there's nothing for my camera to lock onto. This is always fun. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. When your lens won't focus, we don't do that either. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I gotta focus. Let's do a test shot. And it's a little bit dark, so once you move closer or have to double up on the power carry.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. That's good. It's still a little bit dark. I'm going to do one more. And you leave a flash like that, I'm going to just open up my aperture from 4.0 to 2.8. I'm going to do one more. Here we go. Did it fire? Didn't fire. Okay, let's try that one more time. Here we go. Good, rock and roll. Let's get out of here.
Move it farther. Right, the left more, left more, left more, left more, left more. Okay, right there. That's cool.
Okay. Well, that kind of takes care of those two.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need one.
Okay. I need something right here. Can you bring my tripod right here, Frank? Or Carrie?
So we're going to light this little ghost town. We've got, we're going to have, there's 3 signs up at the top, and we're going to snoop the flashes. Is that the right word?
A grid.
Grid the flashes, so the light is more directional and doesn't spread out as much, so we can hopefully light up each 3 of those signs.
Act more like a small spotlight. This is definitely the most complicated lighting setup that we've done so far in this trip, because there's going to be 5 lights. 1 on each of the signs, and then 2 down below to light the inside. So if this comes together, it's going to look really cool. So we're going to do a couple of shots. The first one, we're going to kind of build up to really get this. So the first shot's going to just be the 3 signs. Make sure we have that, and then we'll bring in the 2 lower lights and make sure we have that done.
Yep.
So let's get to shooting.
Is that Pocket Wizard on?
Yep.
Okay. So I've got my placement as far as where I'm going to have my camera. And my focal length, and I'm just kind of going edge to edge because there's other stuff outside of it. I just want to do a nice tight shot right down the middle. Pretty simple. So that's pretty good. We need to just adjust that light a little bit. You can move it a little closer. And do you have it zoomed in?
It's at 24.
I have mine zoomed at 105.
Okay.
We zoomed the flashes, so the flashes have a zoom feature, so they can flash wider or flash tighter. We're flashing tighter and sending it through a grid, so more of the light goes forward. Bitchin', that's perfect.
All right.
That's
All
good.
right, let's bring in the small flash.
And that one actually might be just a tad bit brighter now.
Okay, it's on multi.
Okay, let's put it on.
Okay, try that.
Try that again. There we go.
All right.
Good. All right, so we've got all 5 flashes are firing now. And we've got the 3 placed on top. We're going to place the other 2. We're going to stick one behind one of the vertical supports on this side and one behind a vertical support on that side. We may need to adjust the output of them. We'll do a test shot and see. Rather than doing a light meter, we're just going to shoot it, look at the histogram, and go.
Real good. Real good.
What happened?
I got a light that's not powering up.
Okay, so we got to
replace the battery.
Yeah, batteries, like Kay said earlier, batteries go cold or go dead in the cold. I had to switch a pair of mine out too on a flash that we hadn't even used today. So I'm going to swap out the batteries, and I'm going to do that one flash is over there. Okay?
Yeah.
You got one place? Okay, so we got 4 now. Ha! Now what is all this? This is all dark, so it's not getting light, but I'm getting a little bit of flash fall off here. Does that look like that's coming from my flash? Lighting up the ground, or is that just enough?
Yeah. Because that one is set at such an angle.
Yeah.
Over there, because we don't have a snoot or anything on
Right, right. How about we put your little bounce thing so the light doesn't come down? Put it on the bottom. Sound good? Okay, so another way to modify light. What is this thing called?
This is a Rogue flash bender.
Okay, a flash bender. You can put this on your flash to keep some of that light from going a certain direction. We don't want any of the light to hit the ground in front of us, so we're going to put that on there so all the light is directed up to the sign. Perfect.
There we go.
Let's just check focus.
Now these grid spots are the Harbor Digital Design quick spots. They just pop right onto the end of the speed light, so they're real easy to use.
Oh, something didn't fire. Let's try it again. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Nice. Okay,
now that's a good exposure. We got a little light in the trees. Everything else is black. Looks like it's straight. ISO 400, 3.2 aperture, 1/60th. All of our flashes are at quarter power.
Yep.
Pretty much, and it looks pretty cool. So we've got all our flashes set up. We've tested them, quarter power on all 5 of them, 3 on the signs above, 2 on the end shooting in, and we get our shot right here.
Yeah, we've got the Harbor Digital Designs quick spots on 2 of them. We got a Rogue flash bender on another to stop some light spill, and the 2 that are on the ground are just bare lights, just barely pointed up. Everything's set at quarter power, and we're adjusting the exposure using the aperture on the camera.
And I'm shooting at 3.2 aperture at ISO 400. That gives me a good exposure for the quarter power that we're putting out, and it's wide enough that wider aperture is fine. We'll have everything generally in focus, and it'll look good.
And the shutter, it really doesn't matter, because without any of this light, it's pitch black here right now. So we're not picking up any ambient light whatsoever. So the shutter speed is basically irrelevant to us.
We'll do a couple. We'll do one. I'm doing one at 1/60th, which is kind of my default shutter speed, just for safety's sake. Let's do one more. Okay, so we got them all. All the flashes are dialed in, and we're taking the shot. Good.
Looks great. Yeah. We got this one, and on to the next spot.
On to the next spot.
There we go. And it is cold. Well, let's hear it. 17, photo 17, and it just happens to be 17
degrees. And midnight.
It's midnight, right?
January 2nd.
Yeah. We're going to do a little interesting light setup here, which is going to be completely and totally overkill for what we're trying to do, which is this 2 lights set up into an umbrella. And we're going to shoot through this to give us a nice big light pattern on a fence that we're going to go shoot over here. Why don't you explain the setup here, Chris?
Okay, I do this sometimes. I found that if I'm using a flash outdoors as full flash in bright sunlight, even at full power, the Canon 580 flash isn't quite enough. But when you fire 2 at full power, it usually is, even on a bright day. Or rather than firing 1 at full power, you can fire 2 at half power and get a faster recycle time. So that's kind of why I do it. And I think you probably get a little bit better coverage through the umbrella too. So it's a nice little feature. And I just there's different brackets out there you can buy. This was actually just some posts that I bought and put together, and bought some little ball heads. So I can I'm not going to do it because my hands are freezing, but you can loosen it up here and pivot the heads whichever way you want. So it's kind of my own little creation.
We've got a single Pocket Wizard TTL5 on here that the strobes are in manual.
Yep, so we're manual.
So, what are we going to set them at?
I have them set at quarter power. That's always my starting area.
So even though we can do ETTL, we're not going to do that. We're going to have manual on here, and then we have a PC sync cord coming from here to the second one to fire the other one.
Yep.
So this is going to allow us to do both of them. We're not going to have ETTL features, just manual mode.
Just manual fire.
But this is a great way of firing 2 lights like this.
Yep. So that's about it.
All right.
All right. So
we're going to go get our shot.
And we'll be back. You got that?
Yeah.
We're going to walk very gingerly because it's all ice right here.
Maybe if we come over this way. We're walking very carefully. The next photo project 24, summertime.
I didn't say. Oh, man. That is cold and icy.
Okay, so we got the shot of the fence. Again, ISO 400 f4 with both flashes at quarter power, and
even though one shutter speed's not
1/4 of a second shutter, but it could have been 1/4 second, or
because there's no ambient. Yeah. So again, shutter irrelevant.
The light is the only thing exposing that image. It won't the length of the shutter. There's no light to. There's no ambient light at all.
Back on the road again.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, that's good. Oh shit, let me turn the mic on. Are you recording right now, Frank? Yeah. Okay. Fuck, I left it on, sorry. So we found this another abandoned building, which are always kind of fun to shoot. Nobody inside, nothing inside. So we're gonna set up a one flash to light the side of the building, and then 2 flash setup for the front. And Carrie's gelling a couple of flashes to put inside, so we'll have a little bit of colored light coming through the windows. So right now I'm just doing a couple test shots for the external lights to see where they fall. Okay, I'm going to bust those out a little bit more. Okay, I'm again feathering these lights a little bit out so I don't get too much light hitting the ground in front. A little bit's okay, but I want them to, I don't want to light up the ground too terribly much. I'm going to pivot that light out a little bit. Not looking good. Pivot this one out a little bit. Turn that a little bit like that. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to move over here. Since I've tested both the lights, one on the side, one on the front, and I'm going to shoot the structure from this angle so we get a little bit of a dimension to it. And we're looking pretty good. All right, so now we just got to get see how Carrie's doing on his gels. How you doing on your lights?
Good.
Okay, I got mine all set up and ready to rock and roll. Want to take a look at this before we... Does that look good?
Yeah. Where are we at? 18?
We're at 18.
18, and we're somewhere back in Arizona after being in and out of Utah a few times. And we found this abandoned building here, and it looks really cool. The windows are all busted out, the door is busted out, and we've got a great view from the outside of the windows. So we're going to light the outside a little bit, give it a little character, but then we've got 2 speed lights in here that we're going to fire with the pocket wizards. I've got kind of a light red gel on them, and hopefully that'll really just throw this red light out and kind of make it this weird, eerie kind of spooky kind of look going on.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to hope for, and see if we can get this shot test.
Let's make sure we get them. Make sure they fire in here. Good, they both fired.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if they'll fire from out here. Okay, that's cool. Let's do one more. Just like that, okay? Here we go. Okay, let me show you that.
Yeah. It almost looks like a fire.
It does, huh?
Because I aimed it right at the glass right there, and same here. So I'm just catching that. That's what the light by itself was worthless. It needed to hit something. So hitting that glass makes it look.
Let me open it up a little bit, and we'll get brighter everywhere. Ready? All right, here we go. Hang on, let's do it again, okay? Yours are good, mine needs to fire. That's good. Actually, you know what? Hang on, we're going to do one more. I'm going to turn this flash down a little bit so that red pops a little more without... Okay, let's do that one more time. Here we go. That's cool. I even got, look at this. I even got some more coming up this way and lighting up under here.
Oh,
that's
now
cool,
we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now, see, I ended up standing right here in the corner with the flashes like this, one aiming this way and one aiming back. So I kind of streaked across this window and this door, and then the other one streaked across the 2 windows over there. So that's where you need a voice-operated light stand.
Yeah.
So we got the shot.
Yep, cool.
Moving on.
Let's go. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Fucking fantastic.
That works.
Wait, you need what am I? Oh, I know what it was. Frank, come on. Okay, well, you need to turn off your light for a minute because I'm getting shadow of my tripod.
That's fine.
Here we go.
I already got you taking it anyway.
Good. Here we go. Good.
All right. You got the mic on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, mic is on.
Okay. You know, sometimes on these roads, it's really hard to find something to make an image of. And we were driving around and couldn't find anything, so we came back to this bridge, and we're going to light up these 3 columns here. We're just going to point some lights up and see what we can pull off.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to turn out pretty good. There's just this is the most desolate stretch that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, there's nothing.
So got to make do. That's
I think I'm
the plan.
gonna actually move a little closer, I think, and tilt it up a little higher, and just not get the street, get the poles and the ceiling above us with the lights.
Okay.
That sound good?
Let's see if we can get
All right, so we're gonna move up a little bit this way.
Let me see what that does. And we're using the truck headlights to kind of light the side of the hill a little bit too. All right, here we go. Fire, beautiful.
Sweet. What settings?
That was one. So I shot that at 1 1/3 second. I shot that at 1 1/3 second just to let the headlights from the vehicle kind of skim across the ground and give us some of that background, and then the lights on the pillars shooting up and lighting up the freeway above us. So
it works.
Kind of cool. Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Actually, I like that better, moving it up.
Yeah.
Dude!
Oh my God.
Okay, now let's try it. Maybe that light's not a bad thing. Hold on.
Sweet.
Why can't they all be that easy?
Are you using auto white balance?
Yeah. I don't know how to fucking white balance in the dark. You know, I figure I'm shooting raw. Who cares? That's moneylicious, dude.
God.
Should I stop it down or just leave it like that?
Leave it.
That's perfect, huh?
Leave it.
Look how sharp that is, too.
That's freaking radical.
That's sick. Okay. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
What are we on now? 21? 20?
20, I think, yeah.
This is number 20. Yeah.
20.
Ready?
Yeah. Well, we're
Okay.
here at spot number 20.
Spot number 20.
Winding down the 24 hours. And you can't see it on the video, I'm sure, but over in front of us here, we can see the lights from Las Vegas over the hills, and you can just barely make it out from here.
Yep.
But with a long exposure, man, we're going to
open it up. So there's just a little bit of light that you see over the top of these ridges. So we've set up the camera with my long lens, zoomed out to 200, which is as long as I can focus out, and I've set my shutter. I'm doing a 30-second shutter speed at f4. Should I do like 5.6 or just leave it at f4? It doesn't matter because it's going to be off by yet. So I'm doing 30 seconds at f4, ISO 400, no external lights. We're just going to let that little bit of Vegas light up the sky behind the mountains, and we'll hopefully get a cool little ridge around it.
So set it on a timer to kick the shutter off.
So we don't shake the tripod, because when you've got that long of a shot, you know, any movement could create blur, and I've turned off my image stabilizer, which you're not supposed to use on a tripod because it disrupts everything. So here we go. Maybe. Hang on. Let's try that one more time. Okay, there we go. Seconds, and
an awesome shot. It
great.
Looks like the whole sky is just lit up. It's really, really an amazing shot.
So that's it. We're
golden.
We're done.
And it is golden.
Yeah, it's golden for sure. All right. Good enough.
To the next one.
Let's load them up. So we just took our 21st picture. We made it a self-portrait of the three of us, Carrie and myself and Frank, who's running the video camera, so you can't be in this part of the video, but you'll see him in the photo. So we're heading back down to 15 towards home. We got 3 more photos to get. Again, off-camera light, quarter power. I did ISO 800 because I want a little bit of the background, of the background lights to come in.
But the trick to this is exposing for the sign.
For the sign, yeah.
You expose for the sign, make sure that's good, and then bring in the lighting to light the subject.
Yep, for sure.
And what were the camera settings?
It was 1/15th of a second at 4.5 aperture, ISO 800. So the 1/15th lets a little bit of the trees in the background and stuff come into play.
Yeah, too much, And this would have got blown out with a long shutter speed.
Yep.
So this is where shutter is going to be important because we have a light source here.
Yep.
So expose for that, make sure that's dialed in, and then bring in the lighting and adjust the lighting to match the subject.
Yep.
All right?
Yeah.
Ready to keep going?
Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so photo number 22. Me and Carrie kind of took a little cat nap, so we've been driving a lot, so there was a little gap in between the photos. But we hopped off the 15 in Baker.
Next to the world's largest thermometer.
Well, we didn't shoot that because everybody else has shot that. So.
Good. Well, we saw this. But it's just not, it's kind of yucky around it. So we thought, why not try and do a day for night shot? By using a fast shutter speed, we can kill the ambient, use the flash to light it, and come up with a pretty cool effect. And with the sky like this in the background, it should turn out to be a pretty cool shot. Yeah. So that's what we were trying to get the right lighting, the right angles and stuff. And I think we nailed the shot.
Yeah, so let's do the setup. I'm gonna shoot it from about right here. Carrie's gonna light it from about right there. And it's gonna get down kind of low. I'm gonna shoot kind of tight. Just going to fill the whole.
I've only got one flash going, even though I've got two on here. I've only got one going, and it's at quarter power right now.
And I'm at 1/200th of a second, f8, ISO 250. And I'm going to close it in kind of tight, just so I don't have a lot of distracted backgrounds. And fire away. And we got a cool little.
Very cool shot. Very simple technique. Way to black out the daylight sky by using a fast shutter speed.
Almost gives it kind of a spotlight look on the car.
Cool. Let's roll.
Go.
Two stops left. We stopped at Lake Dolores Water Park. Carrie's off taking some of his own personal snapshots of some of the remains. And I thought I wanted this water tower as my image for 23rd image. So I got some pretty ominous skies right now, and I'm thinking that they might, in post-production, come out really kind of cool, oversaturate them in blue a little bit, and then I like the colors on this rusted old water tower, so we're going to take that picture right now. And I've been shooting a lot of wide, up-close images, especially things that are tall. They just make them feel so much bigger when I shoot them this way. It's just kind of a different feel. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to take one more just to make sure it's tack sharp. I'm going to cockeye it a little bit. I like to tilt things sometimes. Okay. That's it. I shot that at 1/200th of a second, f8, 320 shutter speed. That's it. Thanks. So, this is it.
This is the last one.
We're a little over an hour away from home, and
a little off schedule.
A little off schedule.
But it was a long day.
We humped it out for like the first 20 images, and then we just kind of crashed, and it just took forever to get through the last 4.
Yeah.
With naps and eating and pit stops. So we're done. Image 24. I like train tracks. I like fences. I like things that just have lines that just kind of go on forever. So we saw this train track, and I said we're going to do that. So I'm just going to shoot down along this train track, kind of low, and see what we get. Oh wow! You know what I got for the first time?
What's that?
Fog. Okay, here we go. It was just for me breathing on the.
Something that you need to be careful of. We talked about batteries in working in the cold. If you go from the cold to hot or hot to cold, you have a risk of fog getting inside the lens, and you have to wait for it to clear up, basically.
Yep.
And it will clear up, but it can really be a problem if you're in a hurry, like we've been in a hurry.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we've been pretty lucky. We've been keeping the camera gear in the camera bag, taking it out of the car, taking the camera gear out, putting it back in the bag before putting it back in the warm car. That way the camera bag kind of keeps it in an even temperature. And this time it's been in the cab of the car.
Well, yeah, and it's been in the bag down on the floorboard underneath the heater.
So we went from really warm
to cold.
And it's like 35 degrees out here. So big temperature change. You can get fog inside that lens. So watch for that if you're shooting in conditions that are very hot versus very cold. And watch out for that fog. And it's inside, so you can't just wipe it off. You just have to wait for the temperature to balance, and then it'll clear up.
Yep. Cool. That's it.
Okay, so what are you shooting?
Just ISO 200, 5.6 aperture, 3/20th of a second. It's pretty flat light, so it's no real harsh shadows.
But it's a nice, cool curve.
Yep, no blown highlights. Yeah, it's kind of fun. So
symbolizing the end of a long journey.
Yes.
So that's it for Chris and myself and Frank behind the video camera from Photo Project 24.
Thanks for coming out.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
I can't keep up, I'm falling down. My pointed head has just hit the ground. The mailman only brings me bills. Them dollar signs they give me chills. The repo man, he's right out back. Wants the keys to my Cadillac. I can't believe this heavy load. I think it's time to hit the road. Hit the road, Jake. Hit the road, Jake. Oh, hit the road, Jake. Oh, hit the road, Jake. My whole world is spinning round. My flower bed, it just turned brown. Ants are crawling in my jeans. There's beetles in my coffee beans. My bicycle ain't got no spokes, and I'm the butt of all your jokes. Everyone wants what they's owed. I think it's time to hit the road. Hit the road.